Hey Patriots, Coach McAtee here. We've got a PowerPoint coming to you for PE1. We talked a little bit in class today about cardiovascular endurance, but we wanted you to have a little bit more information, and we wanted you to be able to come back to Google Classroom and be able to look at the information and study it so that you can really learn it. Most of this information that we're going to present to you in this way is going to be on tests at the end of the 9 weeks and also at the end of the semester. So very important that you pay attention and you understand and master the concepts. So what is cardiovascular endurance? Most of you guys have a pretty good understanding of what it is, but let's give you the definition. It's the ability of your heart, lungs, and blood vessels to deliver oxygen to your body tissues, including your muscles. You guys all know that when you work, do any kind of physical work, that your body is using up energy that's been stored from the food you eat. But a lot of people don't know that you need oxygen to process that. That's the most efficient way for your body to do it. So in order for your muscles to have the oxygen they need, you have to be able to breathe it in, and then your cardiovascular system has to be able to send it to the different places in your body. Efficiency is very important, and our bodies are always trying to become more efficient. When you exercise correctly, your body is going to become more efficient because that's what it wants to do. And that's going to have some health benefits for you, especially long-term health benefits. The more efficient your cardiovascular system becomes, the longer you are likely to live and the better your health will be while you're living. Those are the two things we want. We want a long life, but we also want a healthy life. We want to be in good shape when we're 70, 80 years old. Correct exercise, what does that mean? Well, you're exercising correctly when what you're doing meets the FIT principle. And we talked about this a little bit in class. FIT principle is an acronym, and FIT stands for frequency, intensity, time, and type. Frequency is how often. So for example, every day you get up and you eat breakfast, and so that would be a frequency of 7 times a week or a frequency of once a day. What's intensity? Intensity is how hard something is. So if something's very, very hard, you'd say it's very intense. If it wasn't very hard at all, you'd say it wasn't very intense. Time is just simply how long you do something for, exercise-wise, from the time you start to the time you finish. How long did that take? And then type is what kind of exercise you're doing. What are you doing to get your heart rate up? And we'll talk some more about that as we go. To improve cardiovascular endurance, you have to exercise at least, that's the important part here, guys, is at least, these are minimums, a frequency of at least 3 times a week. 2 times a week, that's not enough to get good cardiovascular benefits from. Intensity should be about 60% of your maximum heart rate as a minimum. So if you're working below that, you're not getting as much benefit as you would at 60. Time has to be at least 20 minutes of continuous activity each time you exercise. So from the time you start your cardiovascular activity to the time you finish, has to be about 20 minutes. The type has to be a continuous large muscle activity, and we'll talk some more about what some different things would be that would satisfy that requirement. We're going to ask you at some points during the year to log your activity. So when you log your activity, the person reading your log, who's most likely going to be one of the teachers, must be able to tell if you're following the FIT principle. So my log for the week of August 24th looks like this. On Monday, I went mountain biking. 30 minutes I spent, and I was at 140 beats per minute. That was my pulse. On Thursday, I swam, and I swam for 20 minutes continuous without stopping. For 155 beats a minute was my intensity. And then on Saturday, I got together with a group of friends, and I played ultimate frisbee for about 45 minutes, and I was about 120 beats per minute as a pulse there. So what's our frequency? Well, our frequency is 3 times a week because I went Monday, Thursday, and Saturday to do my exercise. The intensity is right there. Those are the beats per minute. So 140 beats per minute, 155 beats per minute, 120 beats per minute. And there's other ways of measuring intensity, but that's what we're going to stick with for right now. The times are right there, 30 minutes, and that's the continuous amount of time that I spent exercising. 30 minutes, 20 minutes, and 45 minutes. And then the types are there, and those are the names of the activities. So mountain biking was my type for Monday, swimming was my type for Thursday, and ultimate frisbee was my type for Saturday.